apparently Chelsea could swap Romelu Lukaku for Victor Osimhen. Now, that's been the news sort of making the rounds on social media and different sort of journalists, apart from what I'll call the tier one journalists, i.e., Fabrizio Romano or David Ornstein. That'll be making the rounds. This falls on the back of Antonio Conte saying there's an agreement between Napoli and the Nigerian striker that he would surely be leaving. Leaving the club this summer, and also Conte making it clear that he would love, to work with Romelu Lukaku, and Romelu Lukaku as well, you know, has made has made known previously his love for Antonio Conte, and I think they're sort of a perfect match because Conte knows how to bring the best out of Romelu Lukaku. So for me, I know some people say, "Oh, just have signed Gu," and that should be enough. And then you also have Nicholas Jackson. But for me, I still feel Chelsea needs that striker. Needs that experienced striker that would lead the line, and the likes of Jackson and Gu can learn off. And he's proven it wherever he's been. What was I? Be it Chaloa or Leo and Napoli, even more recently, helping them win the league. He's proven it that he can score goals at a top level. He took Nigeria to the Nations Cup final. Was very instrumental in that team. Though he didn't score that many goals in the tournament, but he showed another side of his game, which is one thing you ask of strikers. It's beautiful to score goals, which is the main thing. You judge a striker by scoring goals. That's the main thing. How you score goals, how many goals do you score? But when it happens that you don't score, you're unable to score goals in the tournament or no in a match. So what else do you bring? He showed his hold up play, shows his intensity. He also showed that he could lead the line in terms of instigating the press for the team, and he was phenomenal. I think one of the main reasons the Super Eagles of Nigeria got to the final of the African Cup of Nations, and as well, the main reason Napoli won the Scudetto 2 seasons ago, and even in an off year for by standards, where he didn't play, where he played just 25 games, 25 Serie A games, he was able to get 15 goals still, which tells you that if he had played up to 30, he would have gotten 20 plus goals at least. So these rumors, I know you've been thinking, what does it entail in terms of the swap deal, or a potential swap deal for Romelu Lukaku and Victor Osimhen, that would possibly see Victor Osimhen, heading to Chelsea while Lukaku heads to Naples. So it's in it would seem to work this way, which would be his buyout clause, that is the buyout clause or release clause for Victor Osimhen, being reduced from 120 million euros to 100 million euros. That would be about 80 odd million pounds. And for a striker of his quality, I don't think that's that much. And then you're having Lukaku go the other way, and there talks of having Casadei added to that sort of package. So you have Casadei, you have Lukaku, and you have 80 odd million pounds. I think that's a good deal because Lukaku doesn't want to stay here. He doesn't want to stay at Stamford Bridge. After the time he had under Tuchel, he wants to be anywhere other than Chelsea. And Conte really wants to work with him. He loves Conte. He had a good time working under Conte at Inter Milan, where they won the Scudetto together, obviously. So he wants to be there himself and doesn't want to be here. Osimhen wants to be at Chelsea. He has affinity for Chelsea in terms of there have been pictures of him in the Chelsea kit, so so that shows that he wants to be here and he wants to be in the Premier League, wants to play in the Premier League, and I think he will be a perfect fit for Chelsea. And for me, I feel personally, in my personal opinion, I think he is a tactical, what I say now, he is a tactical dream for a coach because he can do it all in the front line. He can lead the line like you have, like the Drogba used to do, and Diego Costa used to do. He can lead the line. He can also run the channels, right or left. He's pacey, can drop into midfield and help with build-up play. So he's absolutely fantastic. Plus he's 6'1", 6'2". So hold up play, brilliant with headers. You want to play wing play, you want to have all options. He can finish with his foot, he can finish in the air, he's strong, he's powerful. So I think he has everything. His movement is world class, one of his greatest strengths. So that's what, so he fits in perfectly, in my personal opinion. I want to know what you think. I know because I think early in the season when Fabrizio Romano said Chelsea were not looking to go for Victor Osimhen, there are lots of sort of narratives making the rounds saying he didn't suit, he wouldn't suit Enzo Maresca's style of play, saying things about his hold up play. So for me, that got me a bit upset, if I'm honest, because I've watched the player since he was 17 years old. I know what he's all about. One thing you could say, maybe you want to talk about his salary, the buyout clause. You can bring that up, and that could be some level of maybe genuine concern, or it could be something you could consider. But with a deal like this, you have a Lukaku go the other way. I think Lukaku is on 325 and £1,000 a week, and I think Osimhen is on 250 or thereabout, at least 200. So that means if Lukaku goes the other way, you're saving money as well, and you have enough money to give Osimhen a reasonable bump up on his current and present pay. That is on his current and present pay. That would see that, okay, at least I'm earning more on this new contract, and then you can go on. And now people say this, oh, the wage structure, wage structure, wage structure. The ultimate way to be successful, to make big money in football, is for your team to be in the top four. For starters, to be in Champions League spots, and then you go on to win titles, win maybe the Conference League, win the Premier League. That's the best way for you to attract, big bucks in football. Um, and then even the younger players you're signing, at some point when they want to win, in terms of when they maybe come to 23, 24, if the team isn't winning, they'll want to go somewhere else. Or when it's come to renewing contracts, they would want to earn those big bucks that you're willing to pay. And if the club is unwilling to pay, then those players will leave to other clubs. So I'm not digressing too much. So I think this news for me, because I'm grasping at straws not at the minute, because maybe until we hear from David Ornstein or Fabrizio Romano, then we can fully believe this. But for me, this is good news, and I hope it's an actual indication that Victor Osimhen could be heading to Chelsea. Because I think he'll be a phenomenal striker for the team. He suits the Premier League. He would suit Chelsea down to the T. Look at what Jimmy Vardy was doing for Leicester under Enzo Maresca. And put that on steroids times 5. That's what, or times 10. That's what you get from Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen is truly a world class striker, and that kind of signing you want to make. You want to get your young pieces, like your Renato Vega, as I mentioned in my previous video. You want to get your Kendry Paezes, your Estevao Williams, and get those exciting players, and maybe Wesley Gasova, if indeed he signed from Corinthians. But you also want to have that experienced player on the pitch that is within a good age range, that can serve as an emotional leader on the pitch. That's one thing we cried out last season, no leaders on the pitch apart from Thiago Silva. Now he's gone. You need an emotional leader on the pitch that will rally the troops, while the coach does his thing on the sideline and halftime team talking all that, but you want a leader on the pitch, and that's something Osimhen will bring to the table as well. So come to the end of today's video. Please try and watch the next video. Click on the notification bell so you're updated each time I post a video, and subscribe to this channel. Ciao.